Well, hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. Day 2, lockdown. Wow, I don't know how long it's going to go on for, but it's going to get more boring each day as we all wake up and realise it's not going away at the moment. And unfortunately, what else can we talk about except COVID-19, lockdown? What are we doing in between? There's not much that we can do in between, is there? I was just checking there to make sure that my podcast is up and running, because sometimes I forget to press that when I press DXTLTV. So I've got the camera rolling, we've got the podcast rolling. So welcome to all our listeners on the podcast as well, all over the world. And I'm sure you're all going through lockdown, well, not lockdown, COVID-19, just like we are here on Merseyside. So it's a very, very warm welcome for every one of our people here on Merseyside to you, whatever country that you are living in, and let's just hope that you're staying safe as well. All we can do is stay safe, stay at home, keep yourselves fit and healthy if you possibly can. Never mind with Joe Wicks, yourself, try and go once around the block. Honestly, it was amazing when I started it. I could hardly breathe, and I was putting in for the marathon, as you all know, for Emily, and now I remember just going around the block, and I couldn't get my breath, and I was looking at this lamppost and I was going, I'm never going to make 26 miles. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not going to brag about that, because it's a long way off, because it's now the 28th of March, because we had to change it due to the COVID outbreak and lockdown, because we weren't allowed into Warrington. No matter what, you can do exercise, but it's got to be close to your home. So I'm doing like a 10-mile radius close to my home. It's not far away, but it's just the way it goes. I do a couple of laps around Stanley Park, which is a killer, I assure you. Anyone on Merseyside, whichever way you go in Stanley Park, you run around that park and you tell me, even if it's only once, just how good it is. I was talking to a couple of runners as we passed each other, because I was on the flat, they went on a hill, or going down a hill as they were coming uphill, and vice versa. It's the way it works, and you can see them, the strain is just unbearable, but you have to push yourself. And that's all I'm saying to you. I'm not telling you to go on hills, not running around Stanley Park, just do your own little block. Just do that once a night, or, you know, it'll take you 10 minutes, just a little pace. You don't have to go mad, don't have to go overboard. People start panicking when you think, I'm trying to do things to lose weight here, I'm not losing weight. You're not going to lose weight overnight. Just persevere. Where are you going? Just do it. Just go on, and it'll come off, honestly, eventually. I've lost 2 stone. I'm trying to keep it to 11 stone now. And if I can't go out because of my sore toe and my knee, at the moment, I've got to try and eat healthily. That is the way to do it. Don't eat like a pig like I used to be doing. Well, I wasn't eating like a pig, but it was wrong times. It was always midnight, it was always snacking, it was always watching Netflix, snacking. And when you're in lockdown, that is going to be, oh, believe me, hard to get out of if you get in a routine of snacking and doing no exercise. So all I'm saying to you is try and keep yourself fit and motivated, and I hope I can be a presence in your life where I can push you into something and achieve something for yourselves, because only you can do it. And it's only motivation and willpower that will get you through it. Just say to yourself, do you know what, I'm going to have a little jog around the block this evening. Walk if you can't jog, and just go a little bit further and walking, not just around the block, because obviously you're not using as much stamina and pace. Everyone can walk. Just go a little bit faster if you need to. And you feel the strain on your legs, don't worry about that. That is just your muscles being used and coming back into work again. Do it. Just try. I want to try and motivate you into being a little bit healthier in this lockdown, because come the end of it, you might be sorry that you didn't do it. You might say, oh my God, look at the weight I put on, I didn't want to do that. How have I done that? Well, it's easy, because you can get carried away just by sitting down. You're doing the right thing because you can't go out. You're being told to stay in, it's lockdown, but you try and keep yourselves fit and healthy if you possibly can. While you've got the chance now, while it's only in day 2 of a weekend of lockdown, we have been in for a week, it really has come quick, and it's going to be a while yet. So all I'm trying to say is try and keep yourselves motivated, willpower, get yourselves to do it, Not telling you to stop smoking, stop drinking, not telling you to do anything. I'm just saying, for your own benefit, keep fit and healthy, because your health is more important, and staying safe is obviously what you're doing with COVID-19, so you may as well stay safe, stay fit, stay healthy. Get yourself motivated. I'm Mr. Motivator tonight. I'm asking you to get up and get out and do a little bit, run about if you can. Anyway, I want to do it, and if I have to, I'll go through the pain barrier again. I've been going through it right the way through these weeks, months of running, sore back, my physio cured that one. I carried on running, I carried on through the pain barrier. Now I've got pains in my knees, right knee especially, and my right toe, which the nail is all bruised, and that's just through pounding of running. And it really is, because the pavements are very, very hard, and I didn't realise, and I just pushed myself so much. So I'm taking a back seat a little bit, but I'm going to carry on doing some training and eating healthy, because I'm in that routine now. I've got to be in a routine. I've got myself, and I've motivated myself and pushed myself. I wasn't going to give up. I could have easily given up a million times. Even on the run, I've told myself to give up, but for some reason I haven't. I've pushed and I've achieved every mile that I've wanted to achieve, and I've got over the 10 mile. I don't want to fall back on that. I need my toe to get a little bit. If you've got any tips out there, by the way, you runners, DXTLTV, let me know how to get rid of that. I've got a few marathon runners I'll be getting in touch with. But I feel okay myself, but I'm just a bit worried that the knee may go if I push it a little bit more, because you start feeling a pain. And I wear the protective straps as well on my knees, and that doesn't seem to be doing anything, so that's why you get a little bit worried, and you say, do you know what, you've done a lot. I think I've done 40 mile in just over a week, over 40 mile in just over a week, so you can see that I've really pushed myself. And I keep wondering how I can get on. It's taken me like over 2 hours to do the 10.5 mile, and I'm saying to myself, could I do that for another 16 mile non-stop running? That's where you've got to get yourself motivated and think, where's that coming from? You've got to pace your body, you've got to pace your legs, you've got to breathe, you've got to get it. Oh, you just got to do things, you just got to be confident, and don't give up if you can. Please do not give up. If you have to give up, yeah, if you're feeling pain really, and you know you can't go on, do it. But if you feel it's only a little bit of pain and you think you can push a little bit more, push that little bit more until you feel okay. And don't forget, you will wake up in pain the following day, but it's only your muscles telling you that they've never been worked for a good while. So if you keep running onto them, and then you'll find they'll balance out and they'll get a little bit better, and you'll think, I'm getting a little bit faster here, I'm feeling good, I'm breathing better, and the legs aren't hurting as much. That's how you get it. So anyway, Mr. Motivator tonight, get out and about and try and do some exercises. Don't be sorry at the end of lockdown thinking, how am I going to get rid of all this weight? I'll have to do a gym. Well, do it now. It's free. It costs you nothing. Cut down on your food and have a little stroll around the block, walking at a nice fast pace, or a little jog. You never know. It'll keep that weight off you and you'll feel good about lockdown. It's something else to look forward to. Mental health issues. It can block your mind. You can sit there watching TV, thinking about the worst things in the world, what's going to happen, where you're going to go. But while you're out jogging, you can still think, yet your mind runs 10 to the dozen. And it also takes your mind off what you're doing as well. Because you're thinking, I think about the running, about the people I might let down if I don't do this thing, and what I'm going to plan, and how I can promote the run as well. And that's all I'm trying to do. Promote myself, for Emily, the run for Emily. It's not just all about raising £25,000 on that run. We've got other things planned in the pipeline. It's going to be about 13 months after lockdown that we can try and raise the 25,000. Now, you may have seen me not putting too much on about fundraising. Oh, dear me, sorry about that, but a duster thing's got in my eye. Bit of fundraising, I haven't been putting that on, but I will do. I'll catch up, and while you good people are out there, and I'm sure you'll still donate and try and help us raise that much needed £25,000 for Emily's operation. I want to help Mum out as much as I possibly can, so if you can jump in and help us, that'd be fantastic. Just go onto the GoFundMe page and have a look at DXTL, a run for Emily. You'll find it there. Not a problem. Well, as you can see behind me, it's FA Cup week, isn't it? And that should take our lads' minds off things as well. And many of you ladies out there as well who are in the sporting mode as well now, because that's all you can do. I know if you're watching Netflix, you've only got one telly, and the football comes on, ooh, must be some arguments in there, keep out of that thing. But you can see this is the draw that we've done. This was also to help raise some funds for Emily, and we filled that in just over a day. It was absolutely fantastic. It was great with Colin Fulton jumping on board and helping, getting his side on there as well. And we've still got a total up to make sure everyone's paid. I'm sure there's one person or someone who's escaped me on there, but I'll find you. I really will find you. Anyway, it's early days yet, but you'll see little lines going through there. I'm not going to do it till next week. You'll see who's in, who's out. You'll all know who's in, who's out. And there's 320 for the winner and 320 going into the pot for the run for Emily. So thanks very much for everyone who participated in that. We've got other things coming up. We've got raffle draws, and I know Tony's going mad about those sweets he's donated. He's saying, is the date all right on that? Well, by the time I get down to the bottom, he should be all right. Don't worry about it, Tony. We'll sort it out. Anyway, we've got a nice little guessing game on the raffle prize, and Tony thinks he knows what it was, but he's wrong now. He's wrong. Anyway, I hope you keep safe and well, and I hope you're doing things to keep yourself motivated and keep yourselves busy. And I know you kids out there are all doing your education on the Zoom with the schools. Don't know how you like it, but is it better than school? It's not getting much exercise, is it, if you're running around doing it on Zoom? Well, can you do PE on Zoom? Wonder if you can. Mr. Motivator, get yourselves going. Stand up, sit down. Why not? I don't know. Maybe it's something for the schools, not Joe Wicks. But you've got to motivate yourself as well, and you've got to motivate yourselves when you're talking to your teacher as well on Zoom as well. It's not good for the teachers as well. They've got to try and do it, and I can imagine it must be hard for each and every one of you out there. So good luck, best wishes, and let's hope that it all works and you can get to school as soon as you possibly can, because you do need to keep yourselves fit, healthy, and keep the brain active. And I'm sure you're all doing that as well. But if you're sitting in there moping around watching Netflix, playing on your PlayStation 5, no go, that's not going to help you. So no good on your social media either till 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning to your best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, just talking double Dutch probably. What are you doing? Where are you going? How are we going to do this? What should we do here? It's no good running away now, is it? Nowhere to go. So you really are in lockdown. Anyway, let's just hope whatever you're doing, it's something that will keep you active and the brain fit and the body fit as well. That's all advice I can give you. I can't do any other than talk about COVID-19 at the moment, because we're all rather sick of it. We know we are, and you've got to be careful of what you say on this channel as well, because it is made for kids as well. So we can only talk and hope about grassroots football returning very, very quickly indeed. And we know there's mental health issues out there with adults as well as youngsters who are really, really fed up with what's going on. And I don't know how to help you, and I'm sure there's some advice lines out there that you can get in touch with. There was 1 or 2 on social media, they're all putting them up there. So if you need advice and someone to talk to, then I'm sure they're the people for you to get involved with. And failing that, please join me and get involved in the show, and I can give you a mention. mal@don'ttexttheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. And if the football's on and that's keeping you going, the Premier League or the FA Cup, watch that, enjoy, because if Marine's on, you know, with all these COVID cases, they're all getting cancelled left, right and centre. If Marine's on, good luck to Marine this weekend. It's on TV, I think it's BBC, so we can all watch that. And I wonder what will happen there if they beat or if they win through to the next round. Who will they get? Anyway, everyone loves FA Cup draw. So good luck to each and everyone who is involved in it. And I know what happens if your team gets knocked out. You're not interested in the FA Cup anymore, so you don't want to watch it. So you want the league games to come back as quickly as possible. Well, we may not be top of the league after next week, because I think Man United have got Villa and they've got a chance of going top. But it's hard at the top, I suppose, and Liverpool have just not been motivated this season for some reason, and you could see that at Southampton. We were awful, we were woeful, the passing of the ball, giving it away too many times, and it just seemed to be that they weren't interested. And I don't think Southampton played that good either. Just one of those games that they held on. Good luck to Southampton, they've won. But that's the way football has gone over the season. If you've seen your team, they can play a game. Now Man City coming into action, but the next game they play, they might just flop themselves. They beat Man United in the Carabao Cup. So they go on again to the final, don't they? I think that's, is that four years on the run? So they're looking hot favourites again to retain. They may as well just give them that cup. I think they keep it anyway after this year. I'll have a quick glance over. I've got just over 5 minutes left of the show, so we can talk a little bit more about grassroots football. You kids, all your brand new spanking boots and training gear all ready to go for when you were playing football and you didn't get a chance to do that. We were talking yesterday about teams folding, and we want your feedback on that as well, please. How do you feel? Excuse me. Do you want to carry it on? Any intention of carrying on? I hope you do. But we're all worried about facilities that we're all using. Excuse me, getting an itch now. I've got no tea. See, don't bring me tea in, oh dear me. No one to feed me a drink. Social distancing, all on my lonesome yet again. But I'm hoping I'm keeping you a little bit entertained. We can't play music obviously because we haven't got the licence, and YouTube would just take you down. So that's why this becomes a talk show. So I hope I've answered many of you out there. And honestly, I can't thank you enough, especially Paul, Sophie and Matt, especially Matt, who's been doing all the work for me during lockdown, doing these forms. As soon as I send him something, he's onto it, he's brilliant. Well done. Paul's kept me going now with a few conversations. Paul went missing to Iceland, I think, as was building an igloo for lockdown. Anyway, no, I'm only messing Paul. And Sophie, she keeps me going, she keeps contacting me, keep me informed of what's going on. And congratulations, Sophie, I've not seen you yet, but you were on the BBC apparently. If you can get the link, send it over to me, I'd love to see that. Sorry I missed it, but I've just been up the wall trying to work out what I'm going to do with the Welcoming All projects for the kids that we mentioned last night. And I want your feedback again, please kids, if you think you can get involved, get in touch with us. And if you think, or mums and dads, you have some disadvantaged children out there, 10 to 14 years of age, if you think you can get involved in the free courses, don't hesitate to get in touch. We want to book them up, and we want to work it over the 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe it'll last a little bit longer, but they'll get a certificate at the end of the course. And also the commentary, we'll start teaching them that. They can come out with us, and we'll go round grounds and we'll film them, interviewing mums, dads, coaches, parents, even the fellow mates and committee members if they're all up for it, and referees as well. So the kids are going to be proud to do their own interview, and you might end up with your own show here, and with KCC 99.8 coming on board as well. Hopefully when it's all over, you might be able to visit their studio and see what it's all about as well. So we're trying to keep everyone informed of what we're doing. We've got our Respect programme, our campaign, that was supposed to go ahead in April. Oh dear me, I'm not too sure. I'm still in touch with the PGMOL and Mike Riley, and we're finding out what we can do there. The t-shirts were held back from last year, they're going forward to this year. Could it be going forward again to next year? Dear me, I'm not sure. Anyway, I hope they're in a safe place. I'm sure the PGMOL will keep them in a safe place, and hopefully the Respect campaign goes ahead, and so does the return of grassroots football, because we can't be locked down forever. Remember that. We have to get on with our lives. Businesses have to be open, we have to shop, we have to eat, we have to keep exercising, gyms as well, facilities for football, we have to keep the kids training active. That is the most important thing as well. You kids, staying active, get off your PlayStations and do a little bit of exercise if you possibly can. Just glancing over there again, because we're coming up to the last minute of our show. I hope you've enjoyed day 2 of lockdown. If you've got any ideas, please don't hesitate. You kids as well. Mal at don'ttexttheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites, please. We'd love you to get involved, especially with the lockdown. So if you've got some ideas for me, send them to me, and then I can also give you a mention here on DXTLTV and over our podcast, which is on here, SoundCloud, and you can listen into that one as well if you just like the podcast and don't want to watch YouTube. Okay, we'll be back again, no doubt again, tomorrow at 7 p.m. So from myself, Mal Lane, all the team with the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and Respect programme, we wish you a very good evening. Put your feet up, relax, have your little glass of wine, and please stay safe. From me, good night, God bless. See you tomorrow at 7.